Hello everyone, how's it going? This is Ryan, and today we are going to be reacting to Evanescence, Afterlife, which is apparently from the Netflix show Devil May Cry. I know that Devil May Cry was a game. Evanescence I haven't heard anything from in a long time, at least anything new, so it's really exciting to hear. I don't know whether they've been active in recent years, if they've came back, I don't really know, but it's going to be exciting to hear Evanescence with something new, and yeah, might inspire me to watch the show. We'll see what happens. Let's react. Nice synth.
Before the floodgates open, can we just lie here till it's all over? I hear the violence coming to
Love it.
You build your walls but can't forget.
Let's just talk about what's going on right now. So, first of all, the guitar is, it's not really simple. There's some obviously note variations and stuff like that, but compared to what you usually hear in metal music, and Evanescence specifically, the guitar is starting off quite simple, which is good because it allows us to kind of focus on what's going on. If you're a listener that doesn't listen to a lot of complex stuff, you can really take on board what is happening, and you can actually hear the notes kind of stand out, because obviously it's built around, I'm trying to think of the way to describe this. There's not like 1,000 notes fit into like one bar, for example, is what I'm getting at, guys. And it also allows room for the vocals to sit. Obviously the vocals are very eerie sounding so far, great tonality and all that kind of stuff. And now it's kind of building up really gradually, like with some like synths, like some like choir kind of sound and stuff in the background or something like that. I'm just going to rewind it a little bit and just watch it kind of progress into what I'm guessing is going to be a pre-chorus or a chorus.
You build your walls but can't forget the hate. You hide down to finally meet you in the afterlife. Save me from this pain and fill the hole inside. You wonder why I'm out of tears to cry. Today I'm not afraid to die.
This is really well produced. First of all, before I get into the production side of things, this is just signature Evanescence kind of sound. I think no band can do it the same way as obviously Evanescence do it. I think they've got this very unique kind of twist on minor scale kind of rock, or metal, whatever you want to call it. You literally can't replicate it unless you're them. So that's a pro, first of all. And second of all, like before that chorus come in, there was like a 4-bar count or like a measure or something like that, where everything just cut out except for the vocals. And then when the chorus come in, all the instruments, everything came in, it's smashed in. From a production point of view, that's really like a common thing that people do to emphasise things, and we're seeing the same thing at the end of the chorus where they cut it off. They're going into that first verse, and it kind of creates that separation and allows the verse to reset and emphasises it whilst it being a softer part. Because essentially, if you're going from a loud chorus into a soft verse, you know it's gonna be like a massive drop, but it makes this basically makes it flow better. That's what I'm getting at. That's a cool sound.
Think you're finally broken. If we don't die, it will always be haunted. I feel the panic in everyone watching. Like to me, we've all been used and sold.
That bass is awesome.
For sick fantasy. I'm holding on to unbelief. I see you
Could we go again?
in the afterlife. Save me from this pain and fill the hole inside. You wonder why I'm out of tears to cry. Today I'm not afraid to die. No
that's really clever. They've brought in that additional layer of instrumentation on that chorus. Like, I don't know if this is going to be the last chorus, judging from the fact there's more in the video, but they've really kind of gone with this progression, which sounds awesome. Honestly, just sounds incredible. And also in the choruses and stuff, the drums are really well written. It's not the same groove for the whole thing. Like, its first half is one groove with some fills. It comes with like this like kind of thing, and that kind of variation helps with the engagement factor as well, like keeping everything kind of different and chopping and changing to keep that engagement of the viewership, I guess is what I was going for there. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
Not afraid to die.
That'd be so good live, genuinely. So good. Genuinely, that is insane. Wow. So I think with a lot of bands, I think the thing I'm going to start off by saying is that when a band is so good in their early years or whatever, and they're known years and years ago, and they come back and they release new music and stuff, it usually goes one of two ways, and the most common way is it's not as good as the original stuff. However, this is awesome. Like, literally, like, the production obviously is naturally going to evolve, but like the songwriting and the way that there were kind of cuts in between the choruses and the verses, the variation of things, like the simplicity in parts that needed to be simple, even from like the vocals with like the background stuff going on and the reverbs and the eeriness and the kind of saturation and the just like everything was perfect in a sense of like listening. Really, really well produced and written. From a perspective of having that unique sound, or I say unique, I wouldn't call it unique per se, but having that distinctive Evanescence sound, it did not disappoint with that. Like, that's generally something that I felt was captured in this. The video was really cool, with like the red lights and the flashing and the wacky camera stuff going on, really engaging. The setting's really cool. This song would make me want to go and watch Devil May Cry, as in on Netflix. It looks, I mean, I'm not really into animated stuff as much as I used to be, but yeah, it's something I'd go and watch just based off this song. This is just really, really cool. I think it's the kind of thing that's going to make me want to go and listen to all the old Evanescence songs and potentially some of their newer stuff if they've got newer stuff as well. Yeah, genuinely not a fault I can say about that. Yeah, I usually like to pick things apart and be really critical, especially when it comes to vocals and stuff, as that's what I do. But that is, you literally can't fault it, guys, and I'm sure you guys would agree in the comments. Everything was incredible. Anyway, before I ramble on, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell for more content if you would like for me to react to more Evanescence, or any other bands potentially, or any other songs, or maybe some Devil May Cry scenes. Let me know in the comments, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace out. Bye bye.